Let's start. Your audience will see you in a moment. Get ready. Oh, I'm ready. Alright, hopefully this link has now updated. Why does it do that? It's not it. No, I just want to one moment, just setting up the stream. But yes, today is going to be a special stream. Special indeed. Hopefully the name actually works. Nope. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, I don't know why it says basics part 2, because it's not basics part 2. It's weird. Anyways, yes. Today I am going from a brand new patch to Showtime, hopefully. So, as you can see, there's nothing here. There's nothing in the patch. It's a new feature. They added a new feature where you can import the structure of a show file. That's why everything here is here. But I'm going to remove all this, just to demonstrate how I do everything. Maybe I should have started with like a brand new show file, but oh well. Goodbye. I am going to keep all this here just because I don't feel like redoing all of this. But like updating my queue stacks and stuff like that. All of that will be done live. So just going to remove, before I actually destroy everything. Yeah, okay. Good stuff. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. Right. So, I have a brand new patch. Oh, wait, 1 second. For whatever reason, this is going to the wrong. There we go. Alright, so brand new patch, brand new rig. As you can see here, we're going to start by patching it. I'll keep all these groups here. They're just templates. Because there's a new feature you can do where you can import, if you make a new show file, you can import an existing show file. So like you just go to setup, hold shift, import show, and then you hit show structure. and you select a show file, and it'll just import the show structure from that show file, or yeah, from whatever show file you selected. So it's really great if you're going from festival to festival or different rig to different rig. It's really great because it just gives you a clean slate, but you still have your basic starting components. So your show file, you know, stays the same, stays consistent. So as you can see, I have all of my groups from my normal show file here, but there's nothing recorded in them, and there's nothing patched here either. So let's change that. Let's start by patching some things. So obviously I have the luxury of having, I made this in like an hour, this little design. Obviously I have the luxury of knowing what the patch is going to be like, but sometimes you don't. Yeah, so the way I patch things on my designs is I do it by group. So, and I also do it by universe, especially when I'm doing previs and stuff like that. So I have one universe where it's only spots. I have one universe for my beams, one universe for my my blinders or my moles, and then one universe for my strobes. And yes, I actually added moles or blinders and also strobes in this design. So let's start with the spots. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, we have 16. So let's go find that head. One cool little trick in the patch window is if you have moving lights that you use quite a bit, you can tag them. So you see right here, there's this little tag option. So I'll do it manually and then I'll show you the tag feature, because I'm pretty sure I have tagged a few of them, yes. Yep. So let's go to all, let's go find, these are very light VL3000s. So let's go find that. Very light 3000s. Let's find those. There we go. And then let's patch, what did I say? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're going to patch 16 at 1-1. And there we go. There's those fixtures. Now, before I even patch any other fixtures, I'm going to change the tag to cyan so that I know what they are. And there we go. And another new feature that's really cool is they've added these little tabs here. So if you have, it'll be more evident once I patch more fixtures in it. So the next one we're going to patch are the Claypacky beams. Let's go choose head, and I do have these tagged as well, I think. So I'm going to hit on soft button A. I'm just going to hit that. It says filter. I'm going to hit that until I get to user. Oh, and I haven't tagged them, so I guess we'll get to see that. Let's go find Claypacky. And then they're Alpha Beam 700s. I think. I'm going to have to double check. Oh, and I locked it, of course. Let's just find those. The beams. And you'll see I actually color code my my designs the exact same way as how I do in my Chamsys show file. My beams are green, my spots are cyan, etc. So yes, these are Alpha Beam 700s. So I'm going to lock this again just so I don't mess anything up. Alpha Beam 700s. Let's look for those. Where are they? There you go. Alpha Beam 700. And it's the standard. Actually, I'm going to just turn that on. Thank you. Alright. So now I've got those. Actually, before I even patch them, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to tag them. So all you have to do is make sure the yellow square is hovering over the fixture you want to tag, and you just hit the soft button Y, the Y soft button, and it'll tag it for you. So if I just, let's clear out there. I am working on a little feature for my streams where whenever I hit a key on my keyboard, it will show up on like the corner and show you what button what it equivalates to. So like when I hit the Q button it will show up, it'll say Q and then say that it's the remove button. But yes, that's a feature for later. Anyways, so we're going to go choose head, and now if I go over to user, I can see there's a new tab here, Claypacky, and there you go, there's the Alpha Beam 700s. Oh, I still need to patch those. Right. So I'm going to, I already have those fixtures chosen, as you can see right here. So I'm going to patch them. And how many do I even have? I'm going to do it in sections, because I do have some on the booms, and I have some on the ground. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. We'll do 16 first. Yes, we'll do 16 first at universe 2. There we go. And then I'll change all of these head numbers later, but for now it's fine. And these are going to be green. Perfect. And actually, I'll just change them right now. Do that. And the way I separate them is I'll separate them by tens, right? So actually, these are probably going to go over to like 40 or something. Let's go 40. There we go. And now, so on the design, I have this truss of spots that has spots on it. 6 spots, right? So I'm going to go back here, and it's these 6 spots. So the next 6 spots, instead of just having the head number keep on going from the previous ones, I'm going to change it. So yes, that's 6. So I'm going to just go change it to 11. There we go. And the bottom ones, oh, that's a little bit of a glitch right there. These have the same head numbers, so we're going to change that. Let's see, just make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these 4 ones here will be 21. And I'm just going to fix that. There we go. Now that's fixed, and you can see, so this is how I can divide them up. Because if I go back to the design, I have a row here of spots, right? And that's the 1 through 6. And then I have another row similar to that, but on a different truss. So that's 11 through 16. And then the ones on the bottom, my ground spots, it's 21 through 24. That way, if I am programming with the keypad, I can just go like 1 through 6 and then just select all of those. I think it's 1 through 1 through 6. Yeah. So the syntax for selecting different heads is you select your head, so 1 through 6, and then you do at, and then you can hit enter. Oh no, I don't want to do that. That's right. That's a new feature. So like here, let's do this. So 1 through 6. Let's just select those. Oh, right, okay. I haven't used the syntax in a while because usually I just use the touchscreen. So I'm pretty sure it's at that you want to do. Yes. So syntax is you select your heads, and then you do at to select the fixtures. So now I have those fixtures. For this stream, I'm going to try and use the buttons over here to do my things, because I know things seem to go really fast when I do it on my keyboard. So I'll just do that. So yeah, I've updated those. It's all good. But before I keep on updating things, I'm going to finish my patching. So this is a good group. But one of the things I don't like is having groups that start on a 0. So this group right here starts on 40. I'm going to change that so it starts on 41. It just makes things easier. So there's 8. Well, before I fix all the head numbers, I'm going to finish patching everything. So let's see, I should have a whole bunch. One thing I do wish is it would be nice if it would show you, like, if you could highlight a group, if you could highlight a bunch of fixtures, it'd be nice if it showed you how many fixtures are highlighted. Hey Chamsys, wink wink, new feature please. Anyways, so let's patch the next ones. I still have the same fixtures, the beam fixtures selected, so I'm going to patch 6 more. Oh wait, did I did a bad thing. I did. So now here's the thing. I don't know what channel this ends on, right? I want to patch this next group of fixtures, but I don't know, because I have 6 more beams to patch, and I don't know which number to patch them. I don't, like, if you don't have a plot or anything like that, it's kind of like, oh shit, you know, where do I patch it? So if I don't have a plot in front of me, I'll just, you know, patch it to the next available channel. Because you can see here, it'll show you the channel it starts on, which is 331. But the actual channel, the next channel you can actually patch a fixture to is 353. So I'm going to patch another 6 at 2353. There we go. And we're going to color those to green. Now before we move on and patch more fixtures, let's make sure that the fixtures we've patched so far work. So we're going to use the head test feature here. Oh, and that's not working. Perfect. That might mean I have something going on. So let's do 1 through 61 at let's do full. Oh, that didn't work. Okay. 1 through 61. Whoops. And then I'm just going to record that as my all group. Okay, there's some DMX issues going on. That's great. I mean, in an actual show situation, it's not great, but for this, it's perfect. Because I can actually show how to troubleshoot that. So there's a problem with the DMX. There's no DMX going to capture. So let's go over to setup, DMX.io, and let's see what's up here. Absolutely nothing. All right. So if you're using capture to do previs, and you have capture running on the same computer as you do Magic Q, you want to make sure the visualizer tab over here is set to capture same PC, and usually I just set it to ArtNet. Actually, you have to set it to ArtNet because, well, I'm fairly sure you have to set it to ArtNet, because if you don't, what's going to happen is, because capture is receiving ArtNet, it's not receiving DMX, right? So it won't work if you have it set to ArtNet. So this is all good. So the next problem I'm going to look at is, let's look at this could be network. So if you want to use a previs on the same PC, you need to make sure send application to this PC is at the right. Oh boy. Maybe that's why. Maybe I had the wrong IP there. Okay, something is up. Gonna do the old turn it off and on again. Let's see. Something is obviously not working. So I'm gonna go, let's go over to capture for a sec, and let's just let's see, is it okay, it looks like it's not receiving DMX. Wonderful. Maybe I should. Well, no, that's. I was thinking of testing this and having this all patched beforehand, but that defeats the purpose. So, okay, it does work. It does work. Because you can see I'm changing the colors, and you can see on the universe tab down here. Let's just edit. You can see when I change the colors, it's actually changing the colors. So that's not the problem. It is receiving DMX. Damn, this has me stumped. Alright, this might be a patching issue, so let's go over here. It might also be because I have all of my layers locked. So let's just see what happens if I don't lock them. Okay. Well, this is new. Let's go over to here. Well, we know, okay, I guess this is a good thing because now I can kind of explain how I troubleshoot things. So, first thing always when you're troubleshooting and nothing's happening is to make sure the console's actually outputting DMX. So we'll go, there's a few ways to do this. Let's go to the Outputs tab, and we'll come here, and let's set this to full. So the intensities are at full. Okay, that's the problem. Perfect. See, that's the problem right there. I set them to full, but for some reason the dimmers aren't going to full. So that's a really good use for this window, as you can see what's going on with your console. Now I have no idea why it's not going to full, but you know, we could worry about that right now actually. Alright, let's go see if we have anything activated. We do have a few things. Oh, that's probably what was it. It's exactly what the problem was. So this right here, let's see if it does what I think it does. Yep, okay, that's exactly what the problem was. This queue stack right here is set to swap, but there's nothing in the queue, so it's not swapping to anything, but it is taking out all of the intensities. So now if I try, yep, it works. It works. All right, and my computer's feeling the burn, but that's okay. Gonna close that, and gonna continue patching. So now we know the lights we have so far work, which is good news. It's very good news. So let's go back to the patch window, and let's just check to make sure all of these beams are in the right position. So we'll just hit the head test on soft button, and we'll just go down and just make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. Now if you can see here, you'll see when I move through these, it's just turning on the light. Good. So all of that works. Now we're going to test all of the beams too, because I want to make sure those work. So I'm just going to go down. Oh, and there's a problem right there. Let's see. Okay, these are all working fine. This is the problem right here, and it's a numbering problem. You can see. Okay, so I'll just show you what the problem is. Let's go up here. So I'll go down. So let's do this. So the top row is fine. The bottom row seems to be fine until I do this, and then it goes to this one, and that's not good because that's a numbering issue. So we'll fix that. And we'll bring this down as well. So it's a numbering issue. It's easy to fix too. Oh Lord. My computer's feeling the burn. Let's go over the plot. I guess this will be half a Chamsys tutorial, half a capture tutorial. Let's set the limit. I probably should have set all these things a very long time ago, but I don't know why that does that. Alright. That should make things better. I just changed the rendering settings to as low as they can go, just so that my computer isn't struggling as much. Normally, if I'm actually programming, I'll just set them to medium because my computer can handle that, but when I'm streaming, it's just a better idea to have them a bit lower. And if your computer isn't as good, then yes, it's useful to set the rendering settings to a bit lower. So let's fix this issue here. So I'm just going to head test that. So that's the problem. Let's see, where's the next head? Okay, it's a head problem. That's an easy fix. We just have to find, it is an easy fix, but it's an annoying one as well. So this one, we're going to change this to, that's going to be 31. This is going to be 14. That is going to be 32. I'm just going through and looking at the order of things and fixing it accordingly. So that's going to be, oh, no, that's going to be 33. And this is going to be 16. And that one's going to be 34. Good. Now, I can go through and see, oh, let's go back up here. I can see everything works good. Wonderful. Oh, let's go back to the patch window. Now, these tabs here, I talked about them a little bit earlier. Oh boy, that was loud. Let's mute that. I talked about them earlier, and this is what they do. You can see all of your fixtures, but you can also just sort it by different groups. So let's just fix this so that this is 21 instead. There we go. Wonderful. Now we have a few more fixtures to patch. We have 6 more of these beams. So I already have them here. I can see that they're already selected. So I'm just going to patch the 6 other ones. And I'm fairly sure they're in their own universe. Yep, they are. This one's going to be a funky one. It's the ones on the booms. But right now, I won't worry about how funky they're going to be. I'm just going to patch them. There we go. Just like before. Going to want to make sure they're all green. And then this should be 71. So again, I'm going to test these to make sure it's the right fixtures in the right order. Yep, it is. Good stuff. Very good. Okay, now there seems to be a bit of an issue with the numbering here. As you can see, this one's starting at 40, and I don't want that. So let's just fix it. So what I have to do is I have to go to the bottom ones and just, I need to make space. So I'm going to set that to 91. I'm going to change it later, but for now I just need space. And then I'm going to go to the bottom ones. These ones are going to be, let's make them 61. Or actually, we're going to make them 71. And then let's continue. Okay, these ones are going to be do 51, and then these ones are just going to be 40 through something. Oh boy. Yeah, 41 through, and that's good. So now I'm just going to readjust these. Man, that really did not work. I'm going to readjust these to be 61, and then these are going to be 71. Good stuff. Now I'm at a point in the show file where I should probably save. So I do have a macro here that does it all for me, but I'll just do it manually once. Let's go back to patch. Alright, what's the next thing that we need to patch? We've got all of the beams. The next thing is probably going to be the blinders. And I do have those patched. So blinders usually only have one channel. But I'm going to double check that. Because I just want to make sure. Yeah, they only have one channel of control. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I'm just going to patch these as dimmers then. So if you're going to patch a dimmer, you should just go to this button, choose dim/media, and then generic dimmer. So we're going to patch how many? 6, 10. We're going to patch 10 of them. And actually, I don't know what universe is. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so it's going to be 10 at 4-1. And I'm going to rename these to moles. And they're going to be on 100. They're going to start at 100, or actually they should be starting at 101. And their color is going to be beige, I guess. So let's just make sure those work. This is going to definitely not bode well with my computer, because blinders tend to be very bright. Yeah. That's good. Alright. They all work. So again, just to demonstrate, I'll do that again. I just made sure they're all in line, and they are. So that's all good. And then the next fixtures I have, probably going to be 2 channels. And they probably have their own profile. And it's these bad boys. Or they're not bad boys, but they're strobes. American DJ strobe lights. So let's go back and find those. So choose head. Now they're not here, so I need to find them. American DJ. It's 15 something. Let's find them. They might be down here. What are they called again? They're strobes. So yeah, finding these profiles can take a little bit of time. So patience. There they are. And how many do I have of these? 6. I have 10 of those. And I think, yes, these are on the same universe as the moles. So we'll go down here. Then we'll go to view channels, and then we'll go here. So we're going to add 10 at 4-11. So patch 10 at 4-11. And there you go, they're patched. What color should I make these? I never usually color these things. Light yellow. Actually, I'm gonna make them white. Or gray or whatever. Yeah. Okay, now we're all patched up. I can test these as well, but not a big concern to test them. Yeah, they all work. There's a little bit of positioning. There's a little bit of a positioning issue, but that's fine. So now all of these are patched, and I can go through and see what each of them are. But yeah, they're all patched, so now it's time to update the groups. Whew, time for the fun bit. So now that they're all patched, I'm gonna save. So I'm gonna just select all of these. So it should be, actually I don't want to, I'm gonna make a bunch of groups. So before I make the all group, well, let's start with this. 1 through 120, select all of those heads, and then I'm going to record them to the all group and replace the group. Now I'm not going to be using this group much. There's a good reason for that, and that's because it has the strobes, and it also has the moles in them, and sometimes I don't want to have those, so I'm not going to put them in. Higher definition, it's already as high as it can get. I'll see 1 minute. Oh, okay. Yes, I can stream in higher definition, but I will have to change, stop the stream and restart it. So give me 5 seconds. I'm gonna stop the stream and restart it and see what happens. Oh, great. There we go. Yes, I know I'm only in 720. It's because I'm streaming on a laptop. And running a stream as well as capture and everything can get a little bit hardware heavy, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. See if it holds up. Hopefully it does, but hopefully it's better. I changed it to 180p. Anyways, so I have a group called Backlight. And I will also have all these groups here, so I'm gonna update them. So it's gonna be, let's update the first one, 1 through 24. Oh boy, that did not register. 1 through 24. There we go. And let's just record that as the spots, and then we're gonna do the beams. So 41 through 76 at. Now I have all those selected. I can go record all beams. There you go, and clear. And now what else do I have? I don't have any washes, so I don't need to update those. I do have, I don't have any key light either, but I do have moles, so let's do those, 101 through 110. And then I'm gonna record that as my moles, and then I'm gonna make a new group for my strobes, 111 through 120 at, and then I'm gonna record that there and call those strobes. I usually just call them strobes, but yeah. Anyways, so there we go. And now my backlight here, I have a group called backlight, and there's a good reason for that. Because that's just going to be, it's not going to be the moles, it's going to be what's it called? No problem. It's going to be my intensity, or not my intensity, my like moving lights that are backstage. So I'm not going to include my moles or my strobes or my key light. This is going to be for like, it's mainly for my effects. It's going to be the group I apply effects to. So we're just going to select both groups and then do that. And there we go, updated. Oh, my computer's slowing down. Let's make this a wee bit smaller, just to make life easier. All right. So now I'm gonna make my intensity groups. So I'm gonna go all spots, full, and then I'm going to record that here. And I'm gonna rename these spots int, and I'm gonna find them and actually, oh, shit, it's just, you didn't see that. Let's remove all those. You didn't see any of that. You can see I still have some stuff, some Q stacks here. I'm gonna delete most of them, because I'm gonna update them. Oh yeah, these ones are whatever, doesn't matter. Usually I wouldn't delete my main playbacks, but I mean I would just update them. But for tutorial purposes, I will update them here. So I've got these. I'm going to color them, and I'm also going to change the playback priority to above programmer, and then I'm going to tag them. And that's it. Yep, that works. Oh, I'm also going to go over to buttons and set these to go. There we go. All right. Perfect. Oh. All right. Now I'm going to do the same for my beams. Beams int. Let's set these to yes. Go to advanced, set the playback priority to above programmer, and then color them. And then I'm just going to organize them. So I'm going to bring them down here. I don't have any washes in this show file, so I'm not going to put them there. But I will put my moles there. And these, same deal, because it's also, I mean, yeah, same deal. Make them beige for moles. I might as well just make them yellow. Nope, yellow. Okay, there we go. The reason I'm moving them is mostly for organization's sake. Yeah, that's pretty much the only reason I'm moving them. So, what next? We're going to set up my color flashes. So let's go here to backlight and do that. Done. That's pretty much it. It's gonna be white, and let's make that. Do that. Gonna turn it into a flash button. I'm also gonna do this. I don't want it to stomp other playbacks, but that's all good. Okay. And again, I'm going to move these from their current position so that they're organized. And I'm going to do the same. So you normally have yellow next. So I'm going to record that there. yellow. Gonna hit the E flash button, and I'm just putting all of these into the execute window in page 1 of the execute window, because you can turn that into a flash button page for your, so you can basically turn your play and pause buttons, your go and pause buttons, as flash buttons, which is what I do. So just gonna move that here, and I'm just gonna double check that I've changed, no I haven't, changed the playback priority to above programmer, and then the stomp to no. I don't want it to stomp other things. So if I open this, yeah, these are working great. Alright, I'm gonna bring that back down. Next one is magenta. So I'm gonna hit record, go over to my execute, and then I'm gonna name it to magenta. Pretty simple stuff. So no, and go back to layout 1, and then do the same. This is pretty tedious, but it's worth it. Because I use these buttons quite a bit during Showtime. So I like to get them out of the way as soon as possible. So next one is red. Let's do that, and just have to make sure these are FL. When it says FL on the top right of these, it means they're flash buttons. So they'll only stay on as long as you hold it on. Let's go in here and change these settings to be correct. And then last one is going to be green. Green. And let's just set that to flash. Now in this show file, I have it set up so that it doesn't, nothing can bump. Where even is that selection? Playback. Stomp. Nothing stomps. Yeah, so I have everything so that it's set to nothing stomps anything, because that can cause issues. Like for example, I had a show where I had that stomp function on, and whenever I hit my color flashes, it would deactivate all of my color effects, which is not what I wanted, because I was hitting those color flash buttons in time with the music, and I wanted to go back to the color effect, but instead I was having to reactivate the color effect every single time I hit one of the flash buttons. So that's why they're set to what they are. So next is going to be my odd and even stuff. So to do that, I'm gonna go to my spots, I'm gonna hit odd, full, good. Let's see, what if I just do that? No, that doesn't work. So I'm gonna do that. I'll record that as odd. And then I'm going to hit the odd even button again, and that does an even selection. So now, that's not what I want. Oh, that's right. Okay. So what the problem is when I'm updating these, it's replacing whatever in the group. So what I need to do is I need to do odd, record that there, odd even, record that there, select both of these, and then record them into my odd group. Then I can remove those. I can hit the odd even button twice. I'm going to record that there. Select this group, record it here, clear the programmer, select both of these, and then record it as the all even. Even though it's not all even, it's just for looks. Yep. So now I'm going to select this group, go full, go to my execute window, and record it right here. Odd flash. And actually, before I keep doing that, I'm going to move these so that it's all organized, because if I don't have them organized, everything just goes everywhere and it's a pain in the ass. It just gets really disorganized and I can't find anything, and it's just, yeah. I like having all of my stuff organized. So there we go. That's good. We're gonna go to execute window, record that over there, and go even flash. And then to do these both, I'm gonna make them flash buttons. But there's a special thing I do with these. I set them to above programmer, and then I go over to buttons, and I set the flash always swaps to yes. And I do that for both of them. That way, they work all the time. So if, for example, I have a group up, they'll swap those out, and it'll just, yeah, it works a lot better. If you don't know what swap is, I can explain it, but yes. So yeah, I can hit these two buttons. Let's do the other one. Now the other one is a bit funkier. I need to make a grid for it. So we're not going to, I might as well make the grid right now actually. So I'm gonna go over to my plot, and I'm going to go to the top view and look at it here. All right, cool. I'm gonna go to my outputs tab. Going to set the grid size to 20 by 10, and there we go. Now I have a big grid. So it's time to, what are those? Oh, my strobes. Okay. So I'm gonna look at my my plot here, and I'm going to basically replicate it in this output tab, this output window. So I'm gonna go over to my groups. I'm gonna select. This is another reason why I actually like numbering these groups the way I do, because now I know where it ends. There we go. And we'll bring these into this group, into here. And I know those ones are basically at the front. So I'll do that. Separate these a bit. Now let's see. Yep, that works. Nope, no it doesn't. There we go, that works. Okay, so that's that group. I'm actually gonna make it wider, because now I'm realizing I have a lot of fixtures in here. Actually, maybe not that big. Let's make it 24 by 10. There we go. Now the reason I'm making it this big is because I'm going to have fixtures in between each fixture. Actually, you know what? I'm going to bring it back to what it was, because I'm just thinking about it now. Do I have any in the middle? I do. That's fine. That's perfect. Let's go back to 20 by 20. Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's fine. Okay. So now I have the beams to do. So let's add those beams. So the way I'm doing this is I'm just looking at the plot and looking at where things are. I'm not going to add the moles in because the moles aren't going to be in any effects. The reason I'm doing this output tab, this plan, is mostly for effects. Yeah, pretty much mostly for effects. So let's go over to group, and the next group I want the beams. So I know there's 4 of them. So actually, before I finish that, I need to update all of my smaller groups, because that'll just make my life so much easier. So let's do that. So we'll just select all of these, and then I'm going to record it as spots 2, and then all these bottom ones are spots ground. That's good. And now I can select these and just update them. There we go. Now for the beams, super easy. Let's just update the all beams tab, and then let's do the first group of aerials. Now I'm just looking at the number to see when it ends, when it skips. So now I know that's the first group of aerial beams. Let's do a second one. See where it ends. There you go, it ends right there. So I'll just update that as well. And then these ones are the grounds. Let's see. Should be 6 of them. Yes, that's good. So that's the grounds, and then let's finish and get the sides. Oh. Beam side. There isn't a second group of grounds or aerials, so I'm not going to, I just don't need to update them. That's all. Right. So you'll see why I did this. Now let's go back here, and I'll go to my groups window, and all I have to do is just select the group, and there we go. So I'm just looking at my plots, seeing where they are. I'm gonna place them accordingly. There is some in between. Okay, something's up. That's not right. There should be 8. And there's only... Oh, wait, did I... Alright, well, let's just redo it. Just get the spots. Oh, that's why. Oh, there's a weird selection of groups here. So let's see if that's a patching thing. It is a patching thing. You can see right here. It is very much a patching thing. Let's just fix that. There we go. There we go. So let's see this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. All right. Let's go back to the Outputs tab and bring these in here. Now I'm going to put them like that. And then let's do that. There we go. And then let's bring in the beams. I'm gonna finish this. There, now this is basically that one truss of lights. Another thing I'm going to do is make, let's see. There, that's good. Okay, because I like having my my output windows symmetrical. On a side note, after I finish this output window, I'm gonna go for a quick 2-minute break, and I'll be back. But so yes, here's that one truss. So just to demonstrate, I can now select all of these, and oh, yes, I should. It's completely useless to see the live view of the top. So oh, that doesn't right. So now I can just go. Actually, I can just do this. A great feature of the outputs window is you can do some really easy selection of everything, really. So this is that one truss. It has the beams and the spots for that one, the first truss. To select all of them, I can just hit this box right here, and you'll see it selects all of them. And I can hit full, and there we go. That's that whole section of lights. So let's let's finish this window. So I'm going to do the next truss now. It's the exact same thing as the last one, just with different groups. So it's going to be spots 2. Move it over here. And then I'm aligning it to the numbers, basically. Because I can see, because I know that the 40s are my beams and the 1 through 6 is my spots. So let's go get the other beams. And let's position them. Perfect. Now these are the 2 trusses. So we're going to bring these closer. Just like that. And we're probably going to make this grid a bit smaller when we're finished with putting in everything. Actually, we're going to move these down 1 because we're going to have the aerials right here. So let's go over the group. And if you're wondering why or how I'm going to these windows without hitting the buttons, it's macros. I have a bunch of macros. A million macros. So let's bring these in. And we're just going to align them like that. And the way I have it set up, see what alignment are they in? So I'm just looking at the plot here. I'm looking to see what this is aligned to. So you can see this spot is aligned to this beam. So I'm going to do the same on the outputs tab. The reason I'm going to do the same is again for effects. That way the effects look symmetrical, or they are symmetrical. They don't look symmetrical. They are. I mean, they do look. Whatever, man. Whatever. So this is the middle here. I wish there was a way of just kind of. I wish you could like put a grid, not a grid, but like, I don't know, lines so you could see where the middle is. Anyways. So I've got the beam here, and it's this one. There we go. Oh, actually, no, that should be aligned to this one. Okay. Now I'm just gonna test to make sure I'm right. I'm gonna go to live. That does not help me at all. Okay. I have to do the other window. All right. Yep, perfect. I've just I've turned both of those lights on to see if they're the same, in the same alignment, and they are. So that's perfect. Now let's just see about these ones, and those are perfect too. So let's go back to plot view and see where this next one is going. Right about here. And that one's gonna go right about. Oh, and I deleted it. That's fine. I'll just do that. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to bring in the beams. So this is the ground, the aerials, the spot aerials. So I'm going to bring in the beams now. There we are. And this is a lot of lights, but it's just an example for now. So it's likely going to be like that. Oh. There we go. Now this is all of those aerials. And when I say aerial, I mean lights that are in the ground, on the ground, not in the ground, on the ground. And the reason they're called aerials is because usually they're used to make effects in the air, or looks in the air. Whereas usually for things that are mounted on truss in the air, they just point to the audience, into the audience, or at the band. Lights that are on the stage are just to do aerial effects. So now again I can select this whole row and bada bing bada boom. Now I'm going to make this grid a bit bigger. And the reason for that is because I have another group of lights. So this is the grid that I have so far, as you can see. And then these two are the ones I want to add. And they're not in the same alignment as these ones. So that's why I'm going to change them. So I'm going to set the grid size to, let's try 22. And zoom in. And now all I have to do is move everything. I just have to move it 1. And it's back to normal. Yep, that's fine. I'm going to add the other ones, the aerials, into here. Group. And now, the problem with these aerials is there's 3 on the left side, 3 on the right side. So I need to make another group for those. So I'm just going to look and see. There we go. Take these 3. And I'm going to make another group for them. Beam side left, and it's going to be beam side right. Now there's a special order for these, and I'm going to double check on them now actually. So I know this order is like that. And I'm just going to double check that. You can also do head test. You can also head test, oh, that's not what I wanted. You can also head test in the outputs window, in the plan view. So now, just to show, I'm gonna test these lights to make sure they're in the right order. And they are. So I'm gonna do the next one. These ones. Now these ones I don't know. So I'm just going to preemptively test these. Okay, so that one should go on top. And these, since they're in front, I'm going to bring them down. And what sucks is that now there's an empty spot here. But that's fine. You know what? I'm going to add to that. I'm going to add to the design, and I guess you'll see a little bit of capture tutorials. So before I go and modify my capture, I'm going to save the show file. And what I did there is I have a bunch of macros. And my favorite macro of all time so far has been this save show macro. And it just automatically, it's basically like if you use Photoshop or pretty much any other programmer or program, and you hit Control S, it'll just save, auto save. So it's basically just that, but in Chamsys. So I'm gonna add another group of lights, and that's gonna be key lighting, because a lot of people do band stuff. Oh, a lot of people who use Chamsys will do some band stuff, right? So usually when you do band stuff, you'll have some key lighting, or when I say key lighting, I mean front lighting. I guess that's a term that I've kind of that's from filmmaking. I used to want to be a filmmaker. What a mistake that was going to be. Good Lord. Well, I'll go to film school. It's going to be great. I had no idea. But I mean, real quick, pro life tip: just do what you like doing, and eventually you'll find what you really like doing. Because like when I started doing stuff, I wanted to be a filmmaker, and I really like doing film stuff and video stuff, and I did that for like 3 years. And by doing that, I eventually discovered the theater and started doing some theater stuff. I would make behind the scenes stuff videos for theater shows at my high school. And eventually, from that, I learned how to, which one is it? Which one do I want? From that, I learned to, I learned to how, like, the basics of theatrical lighting and stuff like that, to add some more production value to my videos. And then I just kind of got, just turned into a theater person. Learned, oh man, I learned so much stuff. By the end of it, when I graduated, I knew every single console we had in theater, so I knew all, like, I was jack of all trades, master of one, I like to call it, because I knew everything in the theater, but I was really good at lighting. Like, I could do video and audio and all of that fun stuff, but I was really good at lighting. Sorry, what am I doing? That's right, I'm looking for a little, is it this one that I like using sometimes? Let's just patch this one. And I'm gonna make another layer for that. Add a layer, gonna call it key. So yeah, key lighting is front lighting for me. It's a term that I've used from filmmaking. Because I realized no one knew, when I said key lighting, no one really knew what I meant. Because I was talking to a friend, and I said, I was talking about how I can include my intensity effects, or I can include my key lighting into my intensity effects. And it's like, what the fuck is key lighting? And then I realized, oh. Anyways. Oh, if anyone's opposed to me swearing, say so, I guess, maybe. And I might not. But anyways, so we're just going to add some key lighting. I'm not gonna update these. It's just I guess it's not an explanation, but kind of I guess kind of an explanation. Just going to show oh boy. So like if you have a sudden change in your rig, come on. Is that the same? No, it's not. Here, let's fix this one. Super easy. That's why I love Capture so much. It's super easy to just do anything. There we go. Now we have all of these. We're going to patch them. Oh, nope, didn't want to do that. Sequential patch. And then, what's A, B, C, D? Let's go to universe 5. Patch those to that. And we're done. So let's bring that over there. And I'll patch those as well. I don't have anything to morph it to, unfortunately. But I still haven't gotten the hang of morphing. So that's something I have to kind of, yeah. Like, I know how to morph, it's just every time I've done it, I've had to update all of my palettes and everything, and it just kind of, yeah. Updating or not, morphing and cloning are things I still have not gotten mastered, I guess. But anyways, we're going to look for elation. Elation, and what on earth are these lights? Let's see, the relation, platinum wash. Platinum. Actually, I might already have these tagged. I don't. Let's go find them. So it is elation. Elation, platinum wash. Platinum wash ZFX. Good lord, they have a lot of lights. Platinum beam. Platinum wash. Is it a Pro? Yeah, Platinum Wash ZFX Pro. And it's the basic. And then I have 8 of those. So I'm going to patch 8 at 5, 1. And those are going to be orange. And I need to change the color of these to be yellow. There we go. And now, once again, let's test to make sure they actually work. So I'm going to go live. Oh, whoa, why is one of them blue? Purple. What? Oh. Okay. Right. That's interesting. Oh, do I have a duplicate or something? Nope. Alright, so something's going on. One of the lights, for some reason, is on. And a bunch of them are pointing to the stage. One of them isn't. So let's figure that out. Oh, that's why. It's not the right mode. Alright. So let's fix that. This is the morphing thing. Choose elation, and let's tag that. Standard 32. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of these and morph head. There we go. And now we're just going to do 5, 1. And this is going to start 130. Actually, that's not going to start there because that's going to start at actually, you know what? Nah, never mind. For new show files, I'm thinking I'm going to separate fixture groups, the head numbers of fixture groups by 100. So like, I have all my spots first 100, and then my beams will start at 200. My washes will start at 300, etc. For now, that's fine. And actually, we'll also patch some hazers as well. These are gonna be orange. So now, yep, these are working fine. We're just going to head test to make sure. Yep, they all work fine. Wonderful. So now I just have to go down here and update this group. And voila. Oh, wait a minute. No. I'm going to not do that. The reason I'm not going to do that is because these are key. This is key light. So I'm just going to put that into key instead. What do I color my washes then? Whatever. We'll never know. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to bring these heads in here. And of course the zoom, it does some random things for some reason. We'll never know really, but yeah. And go back to this, and we'll just see where are these aligned to. All right. It looks, yeah, they're aligned to the beams. So that's good. There we go. Oh, I do want to fix that. And I will. All right. Oh yeah. So the reason I separated my side beams is because then I can do selections like this. And that's the same reason I'm going to add another, make this grid a bit bigger, is so that I can select this row of front lighting without having to have it do that. So let's just set the grid size to 22/12. What? Oh, did I accidentally insert heads? Whoa, what just happened there? That was weird. Alright. Don't know what that was, but oh, there's my execute window. So let's just do that. And then bring this back in, I guess. And we'll do that. Re-update this. Now you might say, but Guillaume, this seems to be taking a while. And the trick is to do this before the show. Yeah. If you don't have time to do this before the show, then rip. There we go. Okay, so this grid's done. Basically, like I said, I didn't include the strobes or anything in them because I don't need them in here. But that's good. So now I can update a certain group, and that's going to be boop boop. Going to do that, select all those, go to group, and then update this group. And then I'm going to select all of these lights. Come on. Go to group. Oh no, what did I just do? Never mind. While we're at it, I'm just going to make sure. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to select all of these lights. I'm going to go over to group, record, right, and this, the reason I made those is for a very specific effect, and that is left flash and right flash buttons. So yes, I am still doing this stuff. Now, you may say, Guillaume, this is like taking a while. Yes, it is. But usually I have all these already in my show file, so it's not a big deal because I just update them. I don't have to recreate them. The reason I'm recreating them is just for stream. So this is going to be right flash, and we're going to update that. Oh, no. We don't want it to solo. There we go. Good stuff. All right. Now that the grid's done, I'm going to go over, go to live, do this, and see, yeah, see, okay, so this is the effect, this is what that effect, the reason I make those two buttons, is that way I can flash in and out the rig. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to go back to my patch window, and I'm going to patch some hazers. The way I patch hazers is literally just generic dimmers. Generic dimmer, and then let's patch 6 of them at, let's just put them on universe 6. Now this is gonna be 420. And this is gonna be 430. Oh boy. This one's gonna be 431, because usually hazers will have they'll have their like intensity channel, and they'll have a fan channel as well. So that's why I'm putting, this is for 3 hazers. Actually, I'm gonna add another 2. But but I'll just do it like this. Nope, did not want to edit the head. Patch, patch. Okay, so I have 420, 421, and then I'm gonna have 430, 431, 440, 441, 450, 451. There we go. Now the 4 hazers. So let's just rename this to hazer 1, fan 1, hazer 2, fan 2, hazer 3, and then fan, etc., etc. Now I might not have 4 hazers in a show file, but it doesn't matter. I just have these in case I do. If that makes sense. So like if I only have 1 hazer, I only need to use the 1 hazer. I should probably make a group. Oh yeah, you can see when I patched all of those, it just automatically brought in those groups here. And that's great. But yeah. And you'll see if I go down, it will probably also have auto imported a bunch of gobos somewhere. No, it didn't. Oh, it did. Kind of. Not really well, but it kind of did right here. Yeah. All right, that's fine. What next? I'll be back. I'm gonna take a quick break, and I'll be back in like back in 2 minutes. Yeah, just gonna stretch my legs for a bit. All right, back. Okay, cool. So, the next thing I want to update is my colors. Well, what else do I usually have here? That's right, okay. Before I get to that, I'm gonna update my strobes and stuff like that. Don't know why those are green. Yeah, that's good. Okay. All right, so before I update my colors, I'm going to update these here. Let's just make sure it's all good. Fixed gobo, rotating gobo. Should be good. Yeah. So this is like a hard open. Open, there we go. And then I'm gonna do my beam modes. So beam modes, they're cool. They're new features in my showfile. Haven't been battle tested yet. But the idea is it's kind of like a zoom with a bit more stuff in it. So I'll set the iris to full, and it will do that. And that's good. And I'm gonna rename this to beam small, or beam S. I'm gonna do that. Now, up until now, everything I've done is stuff that I would have had already programmed before I get to the show, the venue or whatever. So like the output window and everything like that, that's all stuff that would have already been programmed ahead of time. Just because it takes too much time on site to do. Maybe I should add some washes, but I'm not going to because no. So let's just do that. Set the iris. I thought these would go smaller. There we go. And that's all I'm going to do for those for now. Now to update my strobes. My strobe buttons. I usually have 3 strobes. I'm thinking of adding a few more for build-ups, but usually I have 3 types of strobes. I have strobe, which is my actual strobes. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's do that. Oh, set that to full. And then let's just shutter medium. Oh, is this oh. Okay, I'm gonna redo these. This is gonna be oh. Random shut slow. Because usually fixtures that have a strobe channel, sometimes they'll have a random strobe. So, and I really like the random strobe, so I'm just gonna add that to this. The reason I'm using the on-screen touch or the on-screen keyboard is because I have so many keyboard macros assigned that I can't really type anything in lower caps. Because if I do, it just screws stuff up. So that's why a lot of things are in all caps, because I can avoid that by just typing in all caps. So yeah, all of my colors, that's why all of my colors are in all caps. Everything is in all caps because yeah. Another thing is, if I have extra time beforehand, I have a programming execute screen that I like to have that I'll update, and this is it right here. And it's really useful because I'll have that, because at home my programming setup is I have my main window, which is not my main monitor, that's not a touchscreen yet, and that usually I'll have these here, and then my execute window I'll put on my touchscreen. So when I'm programming, I'll have this window up so I can turn specific lights on and off, which is incredibly useful. So we're just going to update that. Full. Oh, wait a minute. Spots on. Actually, instead of doing that, I'm just gonna, there we go. set that. Why are they green? It must be that's weird. Must be a weird thing going on. So I'm gonna take this group, go to my execute window, and then what I'm doing is I'm just record merging into it. If you don't know what record merge is, it's basically it adds to a queue stack. So instead of replacing things that are in that queue stack, it'll just add to it. So now I have, so you'll see in this, I have nothing. In this queue stack, I have nothing recorded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my groups, go full, and then that's in the programmer. And I'm going to go, right now usually I have this assigned to a keyboard macro, but I'll just show you how to do it manually. You go to record options and then you hit record merge, and then record, go to your execute window, and then merge programming with queue stacks. You say yes, and there you go. This is super, super useful for stuff like effects, and I'll show you what I mean when I get to the effects section. But just to show you the difference with keyboard macros, so I'll do this one manually again. So let's just select that. Full programmer, record options, record merge, record, go to the execute window, and then boom. There you go. Okay, so that's how long that took, right? So I'm going to use my, there you go, done. That's the difference between using keyboard macros and doing everything manually. So actually, I'll show that again, just because like I don't see that many Chamsys programmers using keyboard macros that much. It's kind of like, guys, come on, get in line. Before I do that, I'm going to do that. I don't know why I have so many groups like this, like beam sides, beam side. Oh, I do. This is supposed to be different like groups. So you have your all spots, and then you have the spots that are on the truss, and then spots that are on the ground. Same thing here. But there's an extra group here because there's like, if you have fixtures that are hung on like truss towers that are vertical, that's what these are for. So I'm gonna go, what was I doing? Yeah, I'm just gonna update that. There we go. So now, go all beams, full. You can also just hold shift and hit the record button and then record merge. That also works. And you can do that. But there. I'm just gonna from now on I'm just gonna use my my macros. Ground. Now I don't have a second one. I'm just gonna keep it there. I'm gonna keep it there just because. But oh, wrong group, wrong window, I suppose. Full. Let's update that now. I can just, if I just want to work on one set of beams, I just activate it, right? So if I just want to work on one set, I'll just use this to do it. Super useful. I should probably actually add the moles and stuff in here. So I'm actually, yeah, I'll do that right now. I'm sorry, computer. Whenever I turn on the moles, my computer doesn't like it. I'll just say that. Moles on. I'll just set that there, and that's what all of these are right here. Yeah, that's what all of these here. That's what this execute window is for. So let's go back here. Still have a bit of stuff to update. Let's update the key lighting. And this is going to be key int. And again, you can if you go to setup, I think it's playback. Maybe it's programming. Playback. Yeah. So if you go over to setup playback, and you can set the tap to time right here. It says tap to time buttons. You can set that to S plus go. That basically just disables it. Because yeah, I used to have it so that the S buttons, these buttons, would be the tap to time buttons, but I don't do that anymore, because that way when I'm programming with a wing or a console, I can just hit the S button twice and I can see what that cue stack is, and I can hit it 3 times. Oh, I can hit it 3 times to see the cue stack options for that, which is incredibly useful. Because then it's more physical, you know, it's the same concept as having the keyboard macros. Instead of going like hitting this, actually, how do you even do it normally? Do this. Man, I haven't used the other way in so long, I have no idea how to actually view it. I think you have to hit shift. Yeah, I'm fairly sure you just have to hit shift. I'm gonna test that real quick. Yes. So the other way is, if you do want to have those S buttons act as solos, so you can see here, this is changing the global tap to time. If you do want these to do that, and you still want to be able to, you know, look at what's in here, that's another thing, is if you hit these playback boxes, it still acts as the global tap to time. You just hold shift, and then you hold shift and double tap it. Oh, okay. Yeah, you have to hold shift and double tap the S button to see it. And I think, yeah, you can do the same thing to see the cue stack options. But I'm gonna set mine back to be S slash S flash, I guess. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna disable it, just because I never use it. Crossfade controls playback. I'm just gonna double check all of my settings here. I haven't had, you know what? I'm gonna set this to that. I haven't had the pleasure of working with MQ80 yet, so I haven't been able to use the Submaster Controls Cue Stack 2 yet, because the MQ60 and below, they don't have a Submaster playback or fader or whatever. They just have the Grandmaster and the Crossfade. So yes. Usually I don't use the Grandmaster as a Grandmaster. I just set it to control Cue Stack 1. And that's super, super useful, because then what you can do is currently what I have it set to is my Grandmaster controls the position effects speed. So it's the speed master for my position effects. And the Crossfade master controls the rotation or the rotation speed on gobos, which is really, really useful, because those two things are things you kind of want to have finessed control over. Just because, especially for like the rotation speed of gobos, sometimes you'll move like 2 values and it'll go from like super slow to ridiculously fast, right? So sometimes you just want to have really fine control to be able to control the speed of those. If I do get to work with an MQ80, I'll definitely be moving my, oh, that's not right. I'll definitely be moving my my key lighting, my front lighting, to the Submaster fader. Either the Submaster fader or the Crossfade. I think I'm probably going to just switch, put the rotation on the Submaster and put the front lighting on the Crossfade master, just because it's a better way of organizing things. I like to always have my intensity masters on the right, on my right playbacks, and all of my effects and stuff like that, all of my effects control is always on the left side. That's why I have my effects speed on the Grandmaster on the left side, and my rotation is on the right side for now. Another thing you can do if you have like what's it called, the mini wing, the mini wing only has a Grandmaster. I don't think it has a Crossfade Master. So what you can do instead for like rotation speed and stuff like that is you can just have palettes for those preset palettes. So you can have like a slow one, a medium, and a super fast one. I'm actually thinking of doing that soon. But yes, I also have for my color effects. I have speed masters for all three of my effect types. So you'll see, even though my position speed master is on the Grandmaster, I also like to have it on my execute wing, or my execute windows. Mostly because it looks cool, but also, actually, yeah, that's pretty much the only reason, just because it looks nice. But I also like to have like the color effects speed masters and the intensity speed masters there too, just in case. Because the way I usually control these is I do it with global tap to time. But sometimes if you want to get some more finesse control over your effects, you can use these. One thing to note though is that when you're using these speed masters, you want to have them at full if you're just using global tap to time. Because if you have them at half and you're trying to tap to time, it's going to be half of whatever your tap to time is. So that can trip people up sometimes. Right. So, what was I doing? Man, I really have to like not be all over the place as much as I am. Let's just make sure everything's organized here. I do have a zoom. I'm gonna remove that actually because it's useless. And my swipes. Those I'm not gonna do right now. I'm gonna do a bit later, just because of how long they take to do. I'm probably gonna remove those two. I've done a bunch of experimentation with different things. So these are how do I explain? They're complicated. I think they have two Q set. No, they don't. Okay. Basically, instead of just having, it's your traditional even and odd flash or odd even flash, but there's also it moves the tilt to down, so I can put all of my fixtures to a far up position, and I can use these two buttons. And I can't really show how it works now because I'd have to update them, but yeah, same thing with these. These are new. Yes. Another thing I'm gonna add is there's a bunch of stuff I want to add, but I'll do that later because right now I'm just updating the show file. So now I have all of these. Oh yes, that's what I was doing. I was updating all of my what was that? Oh yeah, my strobes and stuff like that. I'm adding my strobes. So let's bring up the spots, and we're gonna go to shutter. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. All right, and then I'll just unlink those. Linked palettes are pretty cool. It basically, oh man, how do I explain this? How do I explain this? Huh. So basically, a linked palette Man, this is hard to... Huh. They basically have some tied to another main master palette, if that makes sense. So, for example... Oh, this is hard to explain. Oh, you know what? No, it's pretty easy. Okay, so I'll just do a copy of that, and you'll see here on the top right it says CL, and that means it is a linked palette. Actually, I think... Oh. Let's just do that. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it means it's a linked palette that's color. That's why it says C. That means it's a color palette that's linked. And you'll see it's linked to the red palette. That means whenever I change the red palette, this is going to update to be whatever I changed to the red. And that feature is particularly useful for positions, but we'll get to that in a bit. It's one of the next things I'm going to do. But first I want to update my strobes. My strobe palettes. So do that. Oh, and Lord. All right. There we go. Shutter fast. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to go to open. I'm going to go to random. This is going to be random strobe, and then I'm also going to add this and make that the second cue. I'm going to name it strobe on, strobe off. Now what's going to happen is if I go to activate release, actually first I'm going to do this. If I go to activate release, I'm going to set it so that the release activates the last step. So now, if I hold this button, yeah, when I hold down the button, it activates the first cue, which is the strobe on, and when I release it, it activates the last cue, which is strobe off. So I'm going to do the same for this. Oh, before I do that, yeah, I have to do. Oh Lord, shutter open. Yeah, and I have to update these as well. There we go. How's our CPU? It's good. So now I want to fix that. I don't really know why I have different speeds for my strobes, because I never really use them. But I usually just, go fast. There we go. Shutter fast. Good stuff. Go to open. Oh no. I guess that's a good example of linked palettes. These all updated because they were linked to... Damn. Oh, I can undo that, can't I? Update 10. And I just undid that. Okay. Cool. Now, hopefully... Oh, no. Oh, that's fine, I guess. That's kind of weird, but whatever. Oh, that's a nightmare. Let's do that. And I just have to make sure I unlink all of them. There we go. Okay, now they're all unlinked. I can fix it. Shutter slow. Let's go to slow. Strobe. Again, I don't know why I actually record all the speeds in I just do for some reason. Although I might actually start using the different speeds soon. Let's make that a little bit slower. Yeah. There we go. Unfortunately, I can't really show you what I'm seeing on capture just because, well, yeah. Which is pretty inconvenient, but whatever. So we're going to go here. We're going to merge into that one. And then we're going to go open, merge into that. And I just want to make sure there's no fade times or anything. No. Okay, good. Then we're good. I'm going to move that. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm going to move that here. Random strobe's going to go there. And now I can remove this from my playbacks. And now we're going to do the same thing for those. That's going to be sync strobe. Open, record that as the second cue. And just for good measure, strobe on, and then this is going to be strobe off. And then let's do the same thing for the beams. All beams open, and then update that. All right, good stuff. Now I'm going to go into here and make sure this is set to execute the last step, and it's above the programmer. And I'm going to copy that and move it right there. Now I forgot to put it there, but that's fine. And then, yeah, just have to move that right there. And now for strobe, strobe is just the strobes, the actual strobe lights. Let's change the speed to really fast. Oh, and there's a weird thing I have to do with these, isn't there? Yeah. So I have to do that. And then I basically just have to change the intensity to 0. Same thing, strobe on, strobe off. Set that to above programmer, and then that. Now what's happening with these lights is since they're dedicated strobe lights, they don't have an off in their strobe channel. It's just speed control. So strobe. Okay, so what I do is I also include the intensity. So see there's the intensity there and the speed. And then to turn them off, it's just I set the intensity to 0. And yeah, you can see there, that works wonderfully. So we're just going to copy that over here and then set it to a flash button and move it down here. And let's save the show file. Right. Now let's get to positions. Spots. Or before we do that, let's do colors. Red is fine. Unlike that. Go to amber, that's good. Make it a bit more ambery. Just gonna do that. So I'll just show you what I'm doing in the execute window. So let's go to green and then to do that, put a bit more, zoom that in a bit more like that. Yeah, that's good. And then I'm gonna unlink that palette. So I'm just updating all of my colors here. Yeah, that's fine. Magenta's fine. I am. Oh, that's a good hot pink. Let's go to magenta, add some blue. Now we've got purple. And then let's do that for some lavender. And now I'm just going to go through and unlink the palettes. There you go. Now let's do the beams. Oh, that's a good orange. Amber should be a little bit more amber. Yellow's fine. It's yellow. Can't really go wrong there. Let's put it in B mode just so I can see a bit more. Green's good. Let's what if I add some more? Nothing. Let's add. Ooh. Aqua looks nice. Cyan. C is just half. I can always refine these later if need be. So to do this one, I'm just going to get a reference by bringing up my other lights and coloring it to be about the same. Actually, I'm going to go into capture and change my ambient lighting to 10%. Yeah, that looks good for magenta. But let's bring it down a wee bit more. Yeah, that's good for hot pink. Let's go back to magenta. I'm going to add some cyan into it. Now we have purple. And then let's get some lavender. It's a very fine line. You know what? That's more purple than anything. It's a very fine line between lavender and purple. Anyways, so now I'm going to go through and unlink everything. Okay, good. That's great. Now I'm going to update my execute window here. Oh no. Great. Well, I mean, this works. This always works. I don't have to update anything with these. These I do because they're special, but that's because they're special. Yes, these work great. These already work. Those work fine. The spots should also work. Yeah, they work great. There's some weird stuff going on, though. Oh. For whatever reason, a few lights haven't been included in the all group, but that's fine. We'll just fix that. There we go. Now that's already updated. Let's go to the outputs window. And now it's time for your feature presentation. Just kidding. I'm gonna do some selection stuff. Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna start with this. I guess we're gonna do it like that. And it's that. There we go. And we're gonna record that as a group down here. It's gonna be my primary group. And now to do all this other stuff, let's just make sure the backlight has all the fixtures I need. Okay, good. So I just need to record that one group, and what I do now is I go 1, and I do minus 97. And there we go. Now I have now I have a new group. Oh. That's the same group. All right, I need to fix that. So it's group 2 minus 97. What? How do I usually do this? There we go. Yeah, that works. Okay. Okay, now my my color picker works. Yep, it works. So that's done. Let's move on to positions. Positions are easy. They really are pretty easy. So let's oh, nope. Let's locate. We'll go back to beam mode, center. We're gonna go into here, remove that. Oh, and that's a problem. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? They're all rotated the wrong way. I'm not gonna deal with that right now. I'm just gonna go into here, and I'm just gonna turn them. Easy as that. Going to turn them 90 degrees. Just gonna select all of these. And then I'm just gonna go, oh, nope. What? Let's group it. Or not. There we go. Fixed. Now I can go to center and tilt, and it works perfect. So for this, let's put all of them in the center. Now I'm gonna grab these ones. Gonna tilt them just a bit, and then let's go to, let's do that. Okay. We're just gonna do that on link and remove the tilt. Okay, now I have my base positions for these. Beautiful. So let's do, and this is where that window comes in. I'm just gonna light those up. Let's go over here. I'll light those up, and then I'm going to tilt it. So it's going to be down. That's going to be 45. $75. Far up. Blinders, and yeah, I'm not going to do skimming right now. I am going to do set though. Oh, I don't have one. Okay, that's great. Well, we're not going to do that now then. So let's do this. Center pan, copy that to that. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. And now we're going to fan. Oh, I can't do that. Spread. Spread. Just to show you what's going on. I'm going to go back to my straight. And then let's see. ACL spread. Take my other group, go straight. Another 3-part spread. And just record that. Gonna go back here, go straight. I'm fairly sure I can do it this way. It's, oh no, I have to, first I have to make them all straight and then do this. Fan, segments, 3 segments. No, I can't do that. Let's try, what's group parts? Oh, cool. That's okay. I'm gonna use that then. Going back to straight. Fan. Not much is happening right now. Sorry. This is the life of doing all this stuff. Segments, 3 segments. That's 3 segments. I can't really see them, but that's okay. And X is pretty easy. That's just parts, and I think I might be able to do it this way. Yep. X like that, and then I'm gonna go back to straight, fan 2 parts, and just fan it the other way. And that's that. Straight. And now we're going to do a 3-part fan like this. Yeah, it kind of sucks that I can't really show what I'm doing well. But now I have all of my okay, I guess I just saved. I mean, that's not a bad thing, but now I have all of my positions for the air. So I just go through. What? Oh, maybe. They all change. I don't know why it does this. Oh, shit. Oh well, whatever. So I have all the positions for these. Wonderful. And now I just have to do the same for my aerials. Let's do down. Bring it up like that. Up like that, and then far up like that. Blinders, easy peasy. And yeah, there we go. So put that there. Change that to that, and can bring the iris in a little bit. Yeah. All right. So center pan, record that there. Spread. Straight ACL spread, that's just 2 parts because there's only 2 of these. Oh, no, this has to be a 2-segment cross. It's gonna be what? Two parts. X, there we go, and then oh shit, nope. Gonna go straight and then fan it 2 parts again. Just gonna go the other way. Record that, go to straight again. Fan it normally. Oh, just gonna do that. V. And yeah, I didn't, oh I did. Oh Lord, alright, there we go. Oh yeah. Oh, that's kinda, yeah, I guess it would just kinda be an X for these. So let's just, oh no, it can't be a normal fan, it has to be different. Let's just do fan, a 2-part fan, and then let's just do that. There you go. Now, if I go over to my main execute window, these all work. All of these here, they all work, and I don't have to update the execute window anymore, or I don't need to really do much. It all just works, and I can make. Oh, I'm gonna have to change that. Alright, this output window, I have to fix it. Because right now it's not really working. Yes, okay. So let's fix this. Do that selection. How should I do this? Interesting. Because I have to let's do it like this. We'll do that, and then we'll do damn, how am I gonna do this? Let's do, yeah, let's do the outer ones here, and then this is gonna be the thing that's gonna trip me up. I need to find a way to kind of divide these equally. Let's record this for now. Right here. Let's do the other selection. And then it's going to be the inner ones, I think. Yeah, okay. So now the idea is yeah, okay, that works. That works for that. Let's do that. Oh, no. Second spots. All right. We'll do that. Let's go back to the outputs tab and fix this. So let's see. Let's make the first group. First, let's just make them all white, and then let's make the first one red, second one yellow. That way I remember. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do, now I know my first ones are red, second ones are yellow. Okay. So that's gonna be my primaries. Right, where are these gonna be? That's gonna be secondary, I think. Or no, that's gonna be primary. Should be primary, anyways. Oh, that's tough. Because they're right next to each other. Well, let's start with primary. So that's going to be primary. Let's just try doing it this way. All right. Primary beams, and then I just have to get the all beams. So group 8 minus 109. There we go. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Oh boy. Well, that's a problem. Needs to be a bit more diffuse. All right, let me redo this. Sorry if this isn't the most entertaining thing in the world. Right. This has to be, both of these have to be yellow. Man, this is, yeah. Yep. Yep-a-roni. Let's do this. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that, and then let's try. Okay. Let's try this again. Well, that's not really better. But we'll see. I guess we'll see. Let's just put them all at that, and we'll see, because I have to do the positions for the beams. So let's do that now. Both of these, and then let's go beams. I have to locate them first. Locate. Update that. Make sure there's no funny business. There isn't. Wonderful. I'm just gonna record that there. Go over here. Unlink, and then remove the tilt. Man, it'd be nice to have some music on, but I can't. Tilt them up a bit, and there we go. All right. Center pan. Oh, no. Down. Oh, come on. That's down. Let's do that. 45 tilt. Gonna be like that. Nope. $45. I've got a problem with my haze. So let's just go to widgets, properties. Because right now it's on, it's doing its auto size thing. Come on, set to no. It just has to go. Like that. And probably a bit wider. Let's do 60. Oh, the height doesn't matter. Oh, I mean, it does matter a bit. Set that to 30. And then do a depth of 60. There we go. Now that should work. Let's just remove the widgets so that I can see. Let's go to beams, 45 tilt, change that. Oh. I guess that's kind of a camera thing. $75. I'm probably gonna have to change the rendering settings to be a bit better. Yeah, like that. Just so I can actually see them. Yeah, perfect. There we go. And let's do blinders. I mean, it's not much different than yeah. All right, good stuff. So now I'm just gonna go between the two to show you. So I've got down, I've got 45, far up, beam, the blinders, all the fun stuff. There we go. So now let's do the pan positions, and then we'll be Gucci. I think it might have brought in color. No, it didn't. I'll have to change that. I have to change it so that when I patch things, it auto imports color palettes and beam palettes. For now, whatever. But yeah. Center pan, record that as straight. Then we'll do spreads, and to do that, we have to go over to my beams. Ooh, sorry. Group parts. Oh, actually, to be able to actually see them, I need to bring them up into the audience over here. Let's bring the iris down a wee bit. Oh, but when I do that, I can't see anything. Wonderful. Time to change the rendering settings again. There we go. Oh, that's okay. Whoa. What did I just do? Why did it go all the way down? Jeez, that's weird. Anyways, go to beams. Yeah, that's all fine. Right. Do this, and then that's not straight. What? That's very much not straight. Oh no, What on earth? Let me just show you what's going on. For whatever reason, that is not straight. The hell? Because if I bring up my spots in here, oh no, good lord. Let's set that to be mode. Alright, if I bring up my spots, that is straight. Yeah, actually, I guess it is straight. Maybe I'm just seeing things. Anyhow, let's spread these. So we're going to do this, fan, group parts, and just fan it like that, and update that. Oh, shit. Back to straight. ACL spread is going to be 4 parts. Go back to straight. Fan, I need to do these separately. Fan, it's going to be segments, 4 segments, and then bring those in just like that. Cross, perfect. Gonna change the fan, go to segments, 4 segments, and do the same for these. Cross, there we go, and then go straight. 2 segments. X marks the spot. Do that again. Record that. Straight group parts. Straight again. And this is going to be what? 4 parts? Alright, good stuff. Now that's done. I can go over to my main page, and then I can, all these work. All these here, they all work. For some reason, there's a little issue with the queue stacks, with the tracking between the queue stacks. Don't really know why it does that. It's really annoying, but whatever. It works though, so that's all good. All of my different tilts, they work too. Wonderful. So let's go over the programmer and we'll do these now. That's the beam, the ground beams. Now these need to change. I don't know how these got recorded in, but we'll just fix that. 45 tilt should be more like that. That's fine. Blinders should be right into the audience. And then let's do this. We're gonna do 3 parts. ACL spread is like, what is it like? It's like that. Is that right? Oh, the sides got recorded in. Oh, and my computer's not responding. Or my mouse isn't. That's wonderful. So great. 10 out of 10. I guess I'll just unplug it. One momento as I fix my mouse. There we go. That was weird. Anyways, that works. I'm just going to double check to make sure. That I'm not doing anything wrong. Okay, so they should, okay. I'm just looking at, so yeah, they should not be like that. I'm looking at my viz. All right, that's good for now. Not gonna spend too much time on it just because. 3 segments. Done that. 2 parts. Done that. Do 2 parts again and just do it the other way. Come on. Just normal fan. And straight, and then what is this, like a guess it's a 3-part. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now although all of my positions are updated now, let's just go over to my programming page and turn that off and do this. Oh yeah, I still have, no, never mind. They're not all updated. I still have a few to update, but yes. All in all, they're looking great. So I'm gonna bring these down, and now it's time for the sides. My arch nemesis. Oh, I have to invert the thing in the pan. All right. These last ones need to have that swapped. Good stuff. Oh wait, yeah, I have to go over the sides. Let's set that to that. And now, that's, no. I love these fixtures when they work. Let's see what this did. Let's see if that did anything. The problem with these right now is I'm trying to swap the tilt and the pan channel so they actually work, so that it treats the I'm pretty sure I just have to do this in here. So let's select all of these. Go to properties. No, that's not what I need. Bear with me for a second as I try to remember how to swap these properly. It should just be a matter of swapping that. Oh, it is. Okay, perfect. It works. Set that to that. Beams side. Nope. All right. Well, we're gonna have to make a straight position, I guess. Should be 81 or 80 if I can actually get it. Good enough. And now I'm just gonna double. No, that is not straight at all. Wonderful. Bring the ambient lighting back up. Anyways, yes, so I would update all these positions, which is always a bit of a challenge for when you have fixtures that don't really like to cooperate with you. But there you go, that works. There we go. What? Just unlink that. And there we go. Okay, cool. That is something I have to fix. So let's go here. Oh boy. Oh no. Okay, that is something I do have to change in here. And I just have to do it to one group of fixtures. So let's go over the plot and let's select, oh, nope. Select these. I'm gonna go to properties and we're gonna change the tilt. Or I guess it would be the pan. Now that should work. Okay. Yeah, it works. Perfect. So now these work. They do that, which is fine. But yeah, that's great. Okay. Let's go back here. Straight. And I'm going to do the tilts now. Down. .45 tilt. .75 tilt, and let's do blinders. Okay, cool. straight. Let's set this to, there we go. And now these ones are going to be very annoying for a few different reasons. Oh no, what? And I guess that's the first reason. They're never symmetrical. For some reason, these things are never symmetrical. Which is just, yeah, just a pain in the ass. Yep. Of course. You know what? I'm not even going to do those. I'm just going to remove them from the show. Because I don't feel like dealing with that right now. And like the amount of times you're going to find fixtures like those is, yeah, you're not going to find fixtures like those that often. So we'll just do that, and job done. I really like having lights like that because they can do some amazing aerial effects, but yeah, no, I'm not dealing with them right now because it's a whole other thing to try to deal with those ones. So I'm not going to. Now let's go to main and let's now that we have all of our positions here, we are going to update our effects. Oh no. Oh man, I was doing something. That's right. Completely forgot that I was doing a thing. Okay, let's try these. Perfect. I'm going to change the ambient lighting to 20. Perfect. All right. Okay, cool. Now that works wonderfully. Perfect. That works great. All right. The question is, does it work with the spots too? Yeah, it does. And there's a few things here that are kind of buggy. Like a few of these positions need to be fixed a little bit brought in. Like this one needs to be a bit closer in, but for now, I'm not going to worry about that. I am going to start updating all of my effects though. And that means having a symmetrical effect. Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't. I don't need to. I can just do this. Add effect. Color. Oh. Right, okay. To do my effect generator, I do need to update my temps. I don't even know if I usually put the wheel in there, but yeah, these need to be unlinked, and we're off to the races. Just going, oh, wrong window, whoops. Alright, I'm going to select all of these groups. Temp 1, temp 2, within groups. Okay, that's kind of annoying me. I'm just gonna go. Oh man, damn it! All right, I'm gonna fix it then. Just gonna make. Group parts. Spread. Oh. All right, that's interesting. Whatever. That works. Now for the effects, let's finally add the effects. Color. That's good. Should be 50% width. Huh. Ah, boy, okay. Needs to fade nicely between the two colors, because right now it's not really well, I mean, right, I don't have the fade on, but it needs to, because right now it's kind of doing a thing, a not good thing. Does that work? If I bring down the crossfade, does that work? Let's bring it up a wee bit. There we go. Yep, that's good for now. Just gonna change the directions now. My effects are the fastest to update. In my show file, like, it takes no time at all to update these things. And let's do the same thing, but with 3 colors. Use within group. Should be absolute. I don't know what the third color in this is. But yeah, we'll just Yeah, that's fine. So we're gonna include this, go to programmer, oh, nope, nope, nope. Go to backwards. Go here. There we go. I'm just updating all of my effects. And I'm just merging into these Q stacks. I can take care of these later. Those color effects can happen later. I'll move on to my position effects. Before I do that, I'm gonna just go to my main page and do that. Oh, you didn't see that. Oh man, you didn't see any of that. Whoops. Oh well. I guess you'll get to see my let's bring the size down. Speed up. I like that. I really do like that. That's cool. That's gonna be my circle effect. And then I'll add another one within group, but the direction is gonna be this. Perfect. Figure 8. Let's do tilt sign. And I'm gonna do center like that. Actually, I'm gonna do this. And see what happens. Okay, cool. So just to show what that effect looks like, I am gonna change the size a bit, and then I'm gonna just update that. Let's tilt in and out. There we go. Oh wait, magic to do. I don't stomp my effects. Which reminds me I need to do these. This is going to be red. This is going to go over here. Nope. Function, it's going size master, group attributes, position, I guess I have to do that. There we go. And I'm gonna make it red, because I always do. And just do that. Et voila. I should actually, that's weird, the fader doesn't, oh well. That's good. Yeah, no, I don't stomp my stuff. When I'm busking, I just include all of the whole rig when I start off a show, usually. Or I'll just, do my spots or whatever, but yeah. Because most of the time, the shows I do is like, I do a lot of EDM stuff, and rock and roll concerts, so. So yeah, that's I just use this to control the size of my effects. I actually already have one of these, so I'm just gonna just delete all of these and then go get the ones in here. Wherever I put them. Color, oh no, that's not one. Color, oh no, there we go. I want this thing there, and I want that there. There we go. So now these are all my size faders for my effects, so I can bring in and out effects like I want. All right. To do that one, yeah. Oh, I can't really do odd even, can I? That's neat. Not really what I want though. Okay, the width has to stay like that. Just gonna mess around with this. I'll just do. All right, let's try this again. I'm not going to do it power up, down, no. Yeah, there we go. Needs to be a little bit no. Oh, I still have some. That's gonna be some messing around with. Can't really remember how I did it, our show file, but whatever. It's all good. So yeah. Oh yeah. Let me just update my intensity effects, and then nope, not a flicker. It's not a flicker. Add effect, intensity, dim chase, yes. Within group. It's a minus. Oh yeah, you can't see that. Yep, that looks good. Just gonna update that there. And now I'm just going to go into this and change it to B minus. And I do need, okay, I need to update and change that so that it's a bit, I guess let's change the spread to 100 and then change the width. Yeah. We're just going to change it to 30. Perfect. And now I'm just going to include that. Go into programmer, change the direction, update, done. So yeah, that's those effects, the intensity effects. Easy stuff. Easy stuff. Change the direction, center out. Boom. Kind of hard to see that one, but actually, just for this one, I'm going to change the width a bit. They don't really fade. Oh well, that's fine. Right. So that's updated. Now I'm going to include this, go in here, change it to center in, and just merge that. And then I'm going to go over and change that to even odd. And let's actually, because this is kind of supposed, even odd is kind of supposed to be just a random one. So let's oh, that's interesting. Not what I want. Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. I like that. There we go. Oh, how do I usually do random? That's a good question. No, let's not do that. Let's add effect intensity random chase. No. Yep, that's exactly what I want. Random, and bounce is still one I'm trying to figure out right now. Oh, and yes, I do have to go into this queue and make it a minus. Yeah, alright, cool. And these tilts I kind of have to still figure out. But yeah, that's pretty much the show file almost fairly done. Everything works like it should. I can do cool little different color combos with this, with my color picker. And they look wonderful. And yeah, so if I had more time, basically I would update. There's a few more things. Like I'd update my gobos. Usually those just auto import when I patch stuff. So I just copy it to my execute windows, and I would work on my my master positions and update those. But yes, this is a show file. It's ready to go, basically. If I had more time, I would update all of this stuff too. This is just kind of like a bare bones one that works no matter what, really. But yeah, and stuff like I try to use palettes as much as possible because then it just saves me a lot of time. But stuff like all of my tilt effects, I only updated like one because it's the same thing. I just include it, change it in the programmer, and then record merge into the next cue. But yeah, that is that. Yeah. Go. I have my moles and stuff. Everything works really well. Except for that. What is up with that? Oh. Okay, so I do need to update a few things. But other than that, yeah. It's probably going to be the end of the stream for today. If you have any questions, you can email me or hit me up on Facebook. And I'll do my best to answer. But yes, thank you for watching. I'll probably be doing some more streams eventually. Maybe I'll probably do another one this week. We'll see how things go. But yes, I usually just bring this show file into any situation. I kind of just update it. It was a bit slow updating it today just because I'm not in a rush. But yeah, usually I can update the show file in like an hour or two, and it'll work all good. But yeah, so yeah, thank you for watching, and yeah, have a good one.